So should I be looking towards that? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So, and I'll just do intro. Test. Yeah, it's picking up. Okay. Sorry for those that are on the live at the moment. We're starting 10 minutes late. We had a USB to HDMI problem. Yeah. So if we're all live just now, yeah. So if you want to just introduce yourself, and then we can get started.
Sure. Cool.
Yeah, over to you. Cool.
Am I live?
Yes, you're live.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Python Scotland. Sudipta have taken over the channel now. So yeah, hello everyone there as well, and to the people here to give about like a talk about on my project that I have worked on, but like I won't be more technical or cliche about it. Just to start off with this, like I am Sudipto. I am working as a full stack developer and SRE in JP Morgan Market, and apart from like full stack, I have also done a lot of infrastructure work with like Terraform, AWS, and I won't keep it like more technical side. That's like my technical personality. But apart from technical, like I'm also in a band. I play in a band, and then apart from that, I love playing like different kind of music and like sports. That's a bit about me. Cool. Yeah. Should I start with the kickoff with?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, you want to say something?
No, that's okay.
Okay.
You can keep going.
Yeah.
No. Good roll just now, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Just to start off with like the context or the problems, yeah. Like don't worry, all my presentations are not that like, you know, too much words, too much images. Like I try to connect with everyone. How many of you have actually used like public cloud or like any cloud? Okay, everyone, almost everyone. Nice. And which public cloud have you used?
All of them.
All of them?
Google, AWS, Azure.
Okay.
Google Cloud.
Google Cloud, Azure. Okay. And have you worked with private cloud as well? Yeah.
Yes, stuff,
Huh?
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So I think if I talk about this one, everyone will feel their pain point. I'm like, I wish I had this project. I wish I had this module. Then I would have gone through like fix so many issues. So this is like one of those common things. Like we heard about like AWS going down, like US East 1 was down, and it impacted millions of users. Now there were like 5,000 companies as well. So what I try to solve, like basically when you are in rota support or like you are like maintaining in prod support for our application, and then it's like a pager at 2 a.m. you're trying to see like, oh no, like something went down, and you have no idea context about what is actually going on. Like why am I facing this? Like I don't have a visualization of how things are working. Maybe it could be because of one of the security group was down, maybe one of the load balancers was not connected, and you don't have any tool. Like I'm pretty sure there are like no tool like or dashboard that would actually tell you that one of your resources is down or like infrastructure is down. So what I built is a Python CLI tool, sudiviz, that will visualize your live cloud infrastructure, and it's a multi-cloud platform. As of now, as I'm like really good with like AWS and I can understand the key pain points, I have built this for AWS. But moving forward, I have created this application that it could be used with Google Cloud as well as with Microsoft Azure. And the best part of this is that it is not using any AI token to operate. It's completely free. Anyone can use this package, run this in their application, and they can visualize what is going on behind the hand. So I talked about it. It's like a CLI tool. You can just install it through pip. And this is exactly what people were going through, like AWS engineers, when the US East 1 was down. It's like they're trying to see like the image has updated. No, it didn't have updated. What has happened? Like they were like freaking out all the time, and I wish I could support. Like I'm pretty sure like a lot of SREs and infrastructure engineers who are on support, they might have felt that, oh no, like it's a nightmare for them, like just trying to understand your application and trying to solve like all the network things. And it's completely a network spaghetti, to be very honest. If anyone has, like, everyone have pretty sure worked with like EC2 EC2 and whatnot, like, yeah, basically. So the base part of it, it's like it is built with like Boto 3. So Boto 3 is basically it's like a SDK of Python, where you can basically, like, it integrates with your Python, it integrates with your application, it fetches your AWS credential, and it will get all those account details, your regions, VPCs and everything, and it will and you can use that to leverage and to see, like, to build any tool on top of it, basically. And other tools that I use, like FastAPI, everyone knows about it. Like FastAPI is like an API for like async awaits, Cytoscape for like giving about like visualization, NetworkX. Textual and typer is just like the typer thing that you would see in my website. Some of the features of sudiviz. So live topology. So live topology means that, like, you would be able to see live what is going on. If I have to show you straight away, if I go here, this is my application. It's not changing.
We need to share. Maybe pull down if you shared the slides. We need to pull the slides down so you can see the desktop maybe.
Okay.
Does it? Maybe to get a slideshow mode, I think you double click or something, don't you? Double click?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh.
Did it come?
Seen a tiny bit of it, yeah.
Okay. Sorry about that. Let's see if we could do it again.
That's okay, it's just proving it's live.
Is it because it's...
I guess maybe because it's in slideshow, or have you got it in extended or mirrored?
Oh, it was there. Is it?
Can you swipe up maybe? You want me to try for you?
Yeah. Yeah. Swipe displays.
So it's definitely in
Is this one?
show. You can do it that way, I think.
Okay. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, do that.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, live demo. Yeah, that's how what things happen with live demo, you know. You're always scared, like, if it will work, it won't work. Well, we'll just see, we'll figure out. But hopefully the application is running well and fine. So live infrastructure means, like, you can see all your resources, be it ECS, EC2, databases, security groups, load balancers, all of them. And going through all the features, traffic animation, which is the most important. Why I'm telling traffic animation is very important, you can actually see, like, how the traffic flow is going through your application, and if there is anything that is going down, you can able to, like, see from there and figure out from there. I was like, oh, that's like an ingress issue, that's an egress issue. So if I click on traffic, you can see how it's forwards, how it's guided to, like, our security groups, to our target groups. It has that ingress policy, egress policies. And the next feature is health map, which is very important again. So if I go here and if I see on this one, so you can see these are like, this is the health situation. So if I click on this one, this is not a like healthy resource, this is an unhealthy resource. The other part is that, like, you will also be able to see, sorry, I'm taking my laptop off, I don't know why. So you can see the fix as well, like it will give you a suggestion of fix that you can do from your projects. Basically, like, you can see the target groups, then this instance doesn't have a target group. So if I click on that, it will tell me like you have to go through this and you can remove it. These are the security groups, and you can also run this. And if I go from here, this is one of my other security groups. This is my target group. This is just one region. This.
What other blocks are this behind? VMs or services or?
These are the services. So these are all the services and resources that you are created in a public cloud. So this is like a live cloud infrastructure. You can use your own applications infrastructure and directly use it. This is multi-region. What I mean by multi-region is that like the earlier one which we saw was in US East 1. If I go to US East 2, you'll be able to see these are running right now. So if I stop traffic flow, and suppose if I go here and I want to know what is going behind this. This is like my application, and if I go from here, so hopefully live demo, let's see.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. And yes, this is the load balancer, and you can see this is like directly you can navigate and see what are the like listeners, security monitoring, and you can see everything from there. So I don't have to go through like the layer of AWS click every single time and try to figure out why it's like how it is connected, what are the VPCs and security groups, target groups. And I had been someone who had deal through this. I had this AWS issue that like I deal with every day on my life, like, and that's how like I ended up building this. Let's talk about the other features. Health map, cost, which is very important, which is another thing that will help a lot of people. If I go to cost here, you can see from here, green means like it's free, low, and medium and high. So suppose if I click on this one, which is free, you will be able to see this one, it's free. And if I click on free here, I genuinely want to know it's actually correct or not. Let's go. It will take some time. But what I am trying to show is that it will directly take you to the pricing of the application, elastic load balancing. So it will show that this is how we are calculating. The next step which I'm thinking right now is that like to add an endpoint so that you will be able to see the whole cost of your application. I mean, I have also added an MCP server to it where I can, if I ask like what is the total cost of my application, it will directly give me the total cost. Next feature is orphan detection. What I mean by orphan detection is that there are a lot of resources that we never know, but that gets created in AWS environment, and like we are not sure like why did my build spike from like 20 pounds yesterday to 300 pounds. It's just an EC2 instance that you started. So you never know, like you have done that, but on the back you can just like go and check this, and you have the visualization like these are the orphan resources. I can see, I know this, like they are unhealthy, they are not connected with anything. Why are this running? I can just ask, and like I can just delete it from here. So like this, and it also have a feature called cluster. So that's how like it will clusterize on like what are the load balancers, what is the security, these are the orphan resources, how they are connected. Terraform drift. So I don't have like right now I haven't written Terraform configuration yet, but this application can actually give you Terraform drift. So what happens in Terraform, I don't know, a lot of people know about Terraform. Does anyone have idea, or should I give small a bit of? Yeah. So basically I would explain you as simple as that. So if you are using public cloud or private cloud, you go to that environment's like that environment and then update the configuration, like be it CPU, databases, but infrastructure as code will take care of that and it will deploy on your behalf. You don't have to do that manual click and update every single time, and that that doing that whole thing can take couple of days actually. If you are creating RDS or EC2 and all that for big application, like I have done for some application which has 10 million plus user subscriptions. So I had to write multiple, like I have to go and set up VPCs and do multiple things, and it's critical sometimes. You don't know how security, how 100 other things are connected. So if you create those resources, they will take care of anything that you want to update dynamically instead of doing it manually. So that's how like Terraform works. So what happens in Terraform is that they have some states. So in state files, they have the modules, they have their outputs, they have their data module that you could use multiple places. And so through this Terraform drift, it will be able to compare your versions, like in what was a version a night before, like before you went to sleep, and then there was a production deployment that happened, and that created a fuzz. Now you are at 3 a.m. trying to figure out what just happened, like how am I going to figure this out? So that's how like Terraform drift will help you. Autofix, this is where I am quite worried about, like
Sorry.
yeah, sorry, good.
Before we move from Terraform,
Yeah.
because I guess I've talked to the platform engineers at work.
Mm-hmm.
What they're telling me is that the way they've done the GitHub Actions and CI/CD means that if I change something manually in my project, when the next GitHub action kicks in, it will restore what the Terraform code is. So any manual drift disappears because it keeps going back to every time the CI/CD runs, it restores the situation the way it's described in the code.
Yeah.
So how would you get drift in that kind of scenario?
So yes, so what I would do is that, like in this scenario, your understanding is really good. Thank you for like explaining to everyone that like it will check on the states. So what it will do is that it will look for like the states that is currently in my application versus the one that is deployed in production. So it will check on the state files and do a comparison, and then it will tell you like this is how the drift is, and this is what will happen if you fix this, like how you can fix this. Basically it will check on the state files on Terraform, if that gives you an answer. Like Terraform has the state files, so your state file versus the one that is on production, it will fetch that and do a version mismatch and check what are the differences, and tell you like, oh, you have extra resource, or you have deleted a resource name, that is why you are facing this issue.
So it's a scenario in which the deployment didn't really work. The local version of the code is not what is in production.
No, so there has been scenario in my work as well where someone has changed the resource name. I was on holiday. I was not. I didn't know. Like someone just deployed in production, and it went live, and our whole application went down. It has like 20 million plus users data. So, and I was like, what happened? Like I tried to figure out, and I saw that someone just changed the name. And what is happening is the database is always trying to ask for that resource, that VPC endpoint, and it's a complete different VPC endpoint. So that's where this Terraform drift will go through and tell you that this is the Terraform drift, this is the state changes that has happened because of someone has made the change, and now I would be able to help you with like navigating this and solve this. If that makes sense, if that gives you an answer. Yeah, cool. Autofix, wish me luck here, because I'm gonna run the application now. I haven't yet shared like how the application is running, because like that's like a whole new thing that I will go after this. But let's try this. I would also add the README file. So I have set up US East 1, so it should be, yes, perfect. Is everyone able to see this at the end? Or is it too small? Too small, okay.
Binoculars somewhere.
Oh yeah. Oh, I forgot that. Yeah.
Is that code?
So the thing is,
I think you can do the. Can you not do the pinch thing with your touchpad?
yep.
No.
It's a proper terminal.
What's the shortcut for VS Code? Is it Command and plus?
Command Control plus.
Command or control, depends if it's Mac or PC.
Control plus.
Command plus maybe?
Command plus is Mac.
Oh, whoa, whoa. Huge. You might need to reset the terminal. We need to rerun it again, I think.
Yeah, I think this is better. Is it? Is everyone able to see? I can.
Everyone can manually zoom by moving up closer to the TV.
We have that part, so we can zoom in on the mobile phone if we need to.
Oh yeah.
Just use the camera. I see everything.
I think if you select the icon thing here, right click on that icon down here.
Yeah.
Oh, you did it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe do another plus. Control plus.
That's way too much. Sorry.
You might need to run that again. So if you run that again, it'll redo itself. Press up and then again, it should rejig to the right one because it'll get the new size of the terminal.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Yeah. These are the technical issues. Sorry, I'm not good at demoing, but yeah. Basically, sudiviz diagnose, what it does is like it will go through your application and it will give you a topology of like what are the resources there are. These are the AWS load balancers, and this is the RDS database, and what are the target groups. These are the target groups. You can see 0/1 because that's not working. 0/0, that's not connected. Again 0/0. You can understand this is not like a live application. This is just, I made this for a demo, but you can try this on your own. Trust me, bro. So, well, that's how it is. And apart from this diagnosis, what other things that I can do is like sudiviz TUI. So just like graphical user interface, I have a terminal user interface. Hopefully it should work. Yep. So what you can do is like in your terminal, you can run this and you can look on what are the resources. I don't want to go to public cloud. I just want to see CLI. Some people love CLI. Like some people who are in Linux, I know like people don't want to go to like web and like don't want to do all the stuff. So I created a terminal user interface. From here, you will be able to see what are the resources, what is the health situation, if it's orphan or not, what is the ID, what is the target group, and everything, pretty much everything. And I completely forgot that we were going to fix, so let's give it a try. Fix -- apply. So it has two options. So if I give sudiviz fix, it will give you a review of like what needs to be fixed. So basically it will give you like, okay, these are the resources, this is the changes that I would do, and that would basically fix it. And sudiviz fix -- apply will basically go ahead and do the fix on your behalf. Not all of them, but most of them, hopefully. Let's see, live demo. Okay.
So you need to use force because it's a destructive action.
Yeah.
Everyone likes an F flag, don't they? Force.
Well, I'll have to use help of my own project now.
I do that plenty.
Yeah.
Plenty.
Okay, I'll skip that part. But basically, fix apply does the stuff. Maybe it's just like it's a day. Never mind. But drift graph.
Maybe sudiviz help, fix help maybe.
No, if I go back to the autofix does this. Oh, that's just 4C. telling you like that's what happens with.
I've given
That's-
an LI raise, I've forgotten how to use
Yeah,
that from.
that's my own project, but
So this should delete them now. Yeah, look. Delete
Okay.
unused.
so that worked. So it deleted those unused security groups. It was not able to delete this because it has some connected resources. So that's why. So you have to go and like look on that dependent object, and you can basically see. So if we go and look for our application,
So it's safe. It won't delete things. It won't delete something that is actually used. Basically.
Yeah, seems so, yeah.
yeah,
Unless you use the force flag.
yeah.
You want to see the force flag used.
So if I refresh this here, some of the things it's just like
Security group.
yeah, I will have to close this. It should like I have this refresh icon that actually takes a live one, but if I just use the graph, I'll open this again and run it. Before that I would close this. Yeah, you can see. I would just open it in here. Never mind. Open it there for better viewing. Sorry about these things. You can see some of the security groups have already deleted. So some of the orphan resources that were there has been deleted, and the ones that are connected are still there. So if I go to US East 2, yeah, and if I go to US West 2, it should show that no resources. Yeah, no resources found in US West 2. So I'm trying to show you that it also looks for other regions as well. Back to the presentation. Yeah, so yeah, I showed you like how it does the autofix. It also have an MCP AI agent that I have built it, but like, so basically you can use this in your like Claude code or anything. It will have a JSON file where you could like give the settings of sudiviz, and then it will fix as well. I think I've been a lot technical and tried to show many things, but before I go up for more questions, is everyone able to see this on the back? Yeah. Sorry if I have been to so many things and it is out of context. Feel free to stop me anytime and ask me questions like just he asked. Like, yeah, sure, go ahead.
The Python code, where is that running? Is that running in AWS itself or elsewhere?
It's locally.
That's local. That's local. Yeah, I'm thinking to like push that to like AWS as well. So, but like it's completely open source. Anyone can go and like see how this is written and try to understand. Like it has everything. So it's on GitHub, open source. So how this is working behind the hood is that it's as simple as I have a simple like Python starts with like main.py. It will go to the app, it will look for the CLI, and from the CLI it has this sub commands. It will look for diagnose, fix, drift, graph, TUI, watch. You can like do like continuous monitoring and stuff. So it will go through that, and for every subsection, like it has this diagnose. So what it would do is like it will look for VPC, service tags, and everything. But when it comes to web page, when I'm showing this on web, on HTML, it will look for web here, and it will start a WebSocket connection. That's how I'm getting the live streaming, like WebSocket connections. It will start a pub-sub conversation with the client, and you can see here the WebSocket has connected AWS, connections closed and again started. This thing is happening when I'm going out of the website, and when I'm coming in, it will show that. And after that, once it starts, it will look for basically my AWS credentials. The next part is that I have the analyzer. This is where analyzer will look for resource ID, AWS console, like orphan instances, unhealthy target groups.
It's really nicely typed as well.
Yeah. And this is like the visualizer, where it will look for like all those things like graph, regions. If I have to explain this simply, this might look like a lot of code thing, but everyone knows about graphs, right? Everyone knows about like how graphs works. Like graph is like tree like data structures, like, okay. So what it would do is it will start at the application top level, look for like Route 53. From there it will look for the load balancers. From there it will look for what are the resources that are connected with load balancers. And after that it will come to my database. It will look for all the databases. And after that it will take all those things, fetch that and put it back to as an output and show me. And this is like the remediation part, where it will look for engine data classes, like what are the fix, what are the errors, and is destructive here. That's why I was not able to destroy, because like that's force part, like I have to add the force tag in it. So that's how it is, and rest all are like just web part, nothing much. You can play around with this. There are a lot of things. I'm trying to add new features every day. And yeah, to give you an overview about this, I have the slides. Yeah, so I tried to look for other market tools that are already there. So these are the two tools that are like kind of my competitor right now, although like I'm not competing with them. So they are like Hava.io and Cloudcraft. So Hava.io does the same thing. It will give you AWS region icons. It will give you like multi-regions. Cloudcraft also does that. But all big companies, they buy from this, like Hava.io, Cloudcraft. They will initially show you how the application is. They won't show you like live. So that's where sudiviz is better. Like it's free, and you don't have to pay like $29 or $49, and it will give you live data. It will give you AWS regions icons. It will give you like autofix, traffic animation, cost, cluster. I tried to look for AWS agents recently and like DevOps agents and everything, but I tried to reach out to people who are actually working in AWS, and they have said that we don't have something like that. Like I don't know, like maybe AWS doesn't build this because like it will make people's life easier. They want people to spend more time and money on like AWS things. That's why like that's why I ended up like I have to solve this problem. Cool. Yeah. Does anyone have? I will move towards the questions. Else if some people have some questions, I would also quickly share my my web page here. So this is my web page of my application. I created a simple package. Every time I update, it adds a log basically. These are the stuff that I have been doing. And if you want to contribute or give it a try, just go here. It will take some time. It will take some time to load. Yeah, basically it's here. I can share more resources.
Cool.
On this.
So move on to questions now, if you want.
Yeah, I will go here.
So is your nickname Sudi?
No, my full name is Sudipto. So I took Sudi from there and
Yeah.
Viz from visualize.
I was going to say that. Now we know
Yeah.
where the
Yeah.
name of the library comes
Yeah.
from.
Yeah.
Yeah. So has anyone got any? Is that you? Or
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
done.
That's me. Yeah.
Thanks very much for that.
Yeah.
Okay. So now we'll take some questions. Does anyone get any questions? Put your hands up. Oh, Sean.
Sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
I don't know.
Give you this mic over if you don't mind.
I don't know what's on the roadmap, but one thing that might be worth incorporating is, as well as having a visual dashboard, which means a person needs to be sitting looking at it, if there's any way it can generate an alert that might
Yeah.
even interface with an app like Pushover or one of the apps you get for alerting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that way it could effectively run in the background and alert whoever owns the tenancy to any high priority issues.
Yeah, I think, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, the next feature that I would try to build on top of this would be like push notifications, so that like if anything is severely serious, like then they could get notified. That's really good. Yeah.
Nice. Anyone get any other questions?
I do have a question.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wanted to say, because you started
2 seconds.
at the beginning about this problem with AWS. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
This
Sure.
problem with AWS, and
Yeah.
As we all remember, that was actually Ryanair and all of airports that shut down
Yeah.
departures and arrivals and everything.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to visualize in your structure where they would actually find the missing route. They would
Yeah.
actually find where is actually the leakage and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Then they could be able to like direct the route into it, right? Is there any way that they could actually like, I don't know, in full honesty, I am not a developer from this side, I am more in data science rather than what you do.
Yeah.
But is there any way of quickly to routing the problem, or it will just be enough to turn on the specific thing? Like when you have the graph and it's actually connected, the dots connected together with the routes actually going back and forth and the pathway that you shown. Is there any way to actually direct this route once you see the leaking point to actually to something else? Like, is it just instance that it will be turned on, or?
So
I don't know if you.
yeah, I think I understood your point. So to add on to that, as of now, it can just fix the, like if some of the applications, like it's not connected with database and all, it would be able to. But if you want to, suppose you have to move from one environment to another environment per se, that won't be able to, that is not something this application can do. Like if it can't move from
it's
US
amazing
East
that
one.
You know what I wanted to say,
Yeah,
but thank you
it
that
can't
you want
move.
to.
Yeah, it can't move directly from US East 1 to US East 2 because like the resources are created in that region. So you cannot just transition completely to this one. So you have to delete the resources here and then create the resource.
Okay.
So create the resource like region wise, like multi availability zone, we create the resources. So that's where it won't be able to, but it will give you an idea of fair share of idea. Okay, so this thing which is connected with my database is down. That's why I'm facing this. There is an ingress policy where ingress is basically allows you to come and egress is like something that will allow you to go out. So that's where you can able to see and figure out that this application can tell, oh, there I have the issue. I would be able to fix it.
Yeah,
from here.
and it will decrease the waiting time for
Yeah.
the passengers, for example,
Yeah.
on the airport for the fixes and everything. Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
That's a good question.
Anyone else get any other questions? Oh. Do you want
If I had made my AWS through the graphical user interface on AWS and the web, could I generate the Terraform through your application to then move into another region and just have to change the region at the top of the Terraform file?
Sorry, I didn't get like
if I made an AWS structure through the web client, could I view it in yours and then export the Terraform?
Absolutely.
Could I export the Terraform and then import that into a different region after just changing the one variable?
Exporting, that is something that I have to work on.
Okay.
Exporting something that I have to work on. But yes, no matter where you create the application, you will be able to see it from my application. Like it has,
Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? No other questions. Okay, that's fine. Let me check on this quickly.
Does anyone have any questions from YouTube? I don't know.
No, I've not got any questions here. That's fine. All right. Okay. I guess we'll end that there. So thanks very much for doing the talk.
Yeah, thank you.
So, thanks for coming along, and thanks for tuning in online as well. We're just